last time a Major League Baseball player stole 80 bases in a season was in 1988, when both Rickey Henderson and Vince Coleman managed to cross this threshold. Since then, we've only had a handful of players even touch 60, as the game moved away from the station-to-station approach into a more data-driven, power-focused one. However, with recent rule changes that both made the bases bigger and limited pickoff attempts, we've seen a massive uptick in swipes league-wide. But perhaps no one has adopted this new frontier with more vigor than sophomore superstar Elly Cruz, who has somehow managed to tally 45 stolen bases before the All-Star break. This puts 80 well within his reach barring injury, and it's largely because of his insane 99th percentile wheels that spin at around 30.1 feet per second on average. And it was versus the Rockies the other day he got a chance to show just how fast they really can whir when necessary. He had already had a wild romp around the bases in the first inning when he stole a base on a throwback to the pitcher before eventually getting thrown out at home on a double steal attempt. And while both of these were interesting in their own right, they weren't nearly as notable as what he did in the 8th inning. With the infield in for Colorado, Jeimer Candelario bounced a chopper back to the pitcher. Now, for anyone else in the league, they're either staying put at third or getting thrown out if they go. But not for Elly, who raced home to just beat the tag of the catcher. That's right, he basically beat a ground ball that traveled about 50 feet, and it's not like the throw from the pitcher was that bad either. A little high, but honestly, for most guys, like I said, there's not really going to be even a play there. How a player can manage to be that fast while being able to do this at the plate and this in the field is beyond me. For all the Elly haters out there from last year, how does his 3.3 WAR over 90 games as a 22-year-old strike you? Still overrated?